Movie buffs, welcome back to the Movie Bay. This is D. In today's video, we're going to, with President's Day coming up next week, I decided to pull out some movies that you guys can watch for President's Day since you're going to be off. You can start that weekend. Let's go ahead and dive in and take a look at some movies that you could watch for President's Day. We're going to start this one off with Pearl Harbor. And the reason why I brought up Pearl Harbor is because this movie isn't so much about the presidency, but Pearl Harbor happened under Franklin D. Roosevelt's watch. And Franklin D. Roosevelt was probably one of the more successful U.S. presidents in U.S. history. I would, again, I'm not a super duper history buff, but from what I know about former U.S. presidents and current U.S. presidents since I was born, I would say he's definitely one of the more accomplished presidents. He got a lot of shit done in his time. He should have. He went into 4 terms. He died in his 4th term. So he served 3 successful terms and he died in his 4th term. He died in 1945. Again, he was responsible for the Doolittle raids. He almost brought Japan he almost literally destroyed the entire country. The bombings that he did on Japan was nothing short of devastating. So yeah, Franklin D. Roosevelt, a very well-accomplished president. I can name 3 things that he did. His retaliation for Pearl Harbor, that was one. He actually served he was the only president to serve more than 2 terms. And he actually brought the country out of the Great Depression and revitalized the U.S. economy. So 3 major accomplishments right there for Franklin D. Roosevelt. I don't know how you feel about him politically. I don't know. I mean, I wasn't even born, nowhere near born when he was president or when he died, but I'm just going by what history said about Franklin D. Roosevelt. He was a president that carried a big stick. And yeah, Franklin D. Roosevelt. John Adams, Paul Giamatti and Laura Linney in John Adams. For all of you who know, John Adams was the 2nd president of the United States. Very interesting president because John Adams was, he was one of the presidents back in those days. It wasn't a whole lot of them back then, but he was one of the, he actually said that that slavery was a black eye, well, like a dark stain on America. And he didn't really jive with slavery. Now, again, he was the 2nd president of the United States. There was nothing he could do about slavery at that point. We all know slavery didn't get dealt with until Lincoln. So slavery, even though he didn't like it and he didn't really care for it at all, and I do believe John Adams was probably the only president who didn't own slaves. So yeah, he didn't like slavery, but again, back then he really couldn't do anything about it. So yeah, John Adams, very interesting president. Again, he despised slavery, but it was nothing he could do about it. We know Lincoln was the one who was able to get something done about that. Next up, we got one here. We got Independence Day. And Bill Pullman, he did a good job as president in this movie. I mean, he was an action movie badass a little bit. He was a fighter pilot. So I brought this movie up because, again, there was a really bad attack on the White House, as you can clearly see. And the president he was a badass a little bit, Why not? And then we have a trilogy here. We have Olympus Has Fallen, London Has Fallen, and Angel Has Fallen. All great movies. I think, about Secret Service agent Mike Banning, who saved the day in all 3 movies. So really good. Now, just for context, in the first movie, you got Gerard Butler as Mike Banning. You got Morgan Freeman as the Secretary of State. Aaron Eckhart is the president. Now, they're in London. And again, Secretary of State, Mike Banning, who's the good guy. And Aaron Eckhart comes back as the president again in this one. Now, when we get to the 3rd movie, you still got Mike Bannon, but now Morgan Freeman is the president. He's no longer Secretary of State. He's the president. Really good movies. All 3 movies are really good in my opinion. We have, this one's got a star-studded cast in it. We got Ryan Gosling, George Clooney, Philip Seymour Hoffman, Paul Giamatti, Marissa Tomei, Jeffrey Wright, Rachel Wood. This movie is crazy. We got The Ides of March. You guys need to check this one out. It's phenomenal. This is one, again, this is based on the White House. You got Lee Daniels, The Butler. I love this movie. This is a movie I can watch all the time. Great movie. Great, to me, just a great story, great writing, great acting. Lee Daniels, I like this movie. I like this movie a lot. Forrest Whitaker, Oprah, Terrence Howard, what's his name? David Oyelowo. Just a great cast in this movie. You had a lot of actors in this movie. A lot of good actors and actresses in this movie. Lee Daniels, The Butler. Great movie. It was so sad at the end when Oprah... I was getting ready. This movie old. If you ain't see that one, that's on you. Murder at 1600. We got Wesley Snipes and Diane Lane. This movie was pretty decent. It's a good Wesley Snipes movie. You know, this was back when Wesley was, you know, kind of doing his thing. And again, it's not so much... It's based on the White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Ave. So that's why I put it in. One of my favorites here in this stack, because it stars Daniel Day-Lewis as Lincoln. I find Daniel Day-Lewis to be one of the most compelling actors of his time. I mean, Daniel Day-Lewis, when I watch a film with him in it, it's like I just sit and pay full attention. He's that good of an actor, in my opinion. I love anything that Daniel Day-Lewis is in. Absolute Power. You got a good cast in this one. Clint Eastwood, Ed Harris, and Gene Hackman. Absolute Power. R.I.P. to Gene Hackman. One of my favorites. Vantage Point. This one got another all-stars cast. You got Dennis Quaid, Matthew Fox, Forrest Whitaker, Sigourney Weaver, and William Hurt. Vantage Point. This has got to be... This is like... There's some good ones in this stack, but this one here, this is a cut above the rest. We got Harrison Ford in Air Force One. Yo, listen. Now, this is all about the president. This movie is... Not only is this about the president, my man Harrison Ford is a straight-up action movie badass in this movie. You'll love this one. You will love this one. If you haven't seen this one, stop the video. Go find this movie and watch it. Don't stop the video. Next up, we got another one. This Christian, like this one right here is just banging. Christian Bale, Amy Adams, Steve Carell, Sam Rockwell, Vice. I mean, Christian Bale, the way he played Dick Cheney in this movie, I loved it. I mean, he did a great job playing Dick Cheney in this movie. Phenomenal movie. Phenomenal. We got Bill Murray. This is another movie talking about FDR. We got Hyde Park on the Hudson. Hyde Park on the Hudson. We got Bill Murray playing FDR this time. Now, this is more of like a play on the Olympus Has Fallen type of deal, a siege on the White House and all of that kind of shit. But this one, to me, wasn't all that. I mean, you got Channing Tatum and Jamie Foxx. I like Jamie Foxx. Channing Tatum, you know, but it wasn't all that. And this one is called White House Down. This one is a word that I like to use. It pisses my friend off. This movie is serviceable. This movie is just something you can watch. Now, I will say this. If you watch this and then watch Olympus Has Fallen, night and day difference. But if you haven't seen Olympus Has Fallen and you watch this one first, you might actually like it. I mean, this is, again, a friend of mine. This is a movie that she really likes. And this one is called The American President. We got Michael Douglas, Annette Bening, Martin Sheen, and Michael J. Fox in The American President. Really, really good movie. I like this one a lot. Here's one. Now, this is a remake. I have not seen the original, so I can't compare. If you've seen the original, drop a comment. This one is called The Manchurian Candidate. So you got Denzel Washington, Meryl Streep, and Liv Schreiber, banging cast right there. This one here is a really good suspense, conspiracy-type thriller. Fantastic movie. You will like this one a lot. Now, I haven't seen the original yet, but yeah, let me know if you've seen the original and you've seen this one and tell me how they compare and contrast. Next up, we have a presidential comedy. I didn't care too much for this one because Chris Rock, I tried to do Chris Rock. I just can't do Chris Rock, yo. I just can't. Anything. It's like whatever movie he's in, he fucking ruins it. That's my opinion. You might like Chris Rock. You might think he's funny. But to me, like, for example, and I'm just going to just do a sidebar real quick. This movie is a spinoff of Seven. It's called Spiral. If they would have put somebody else in the lead role other than Chris Rock, this might have been an all right movie. But he fucked this up, too. So that's just that. But anyway, Head of State. It's a decent comedy because you got Bernie Mac in there. He saved the show with this one. Trust and believe. Last but not least, we got Michael Douglas, Kiefer Sutherland, Eva Longoria, and The Sentinel. Now, this one is more about a conspiracy that's going on within the Secret Service. Secret Service, presidency, White House, all that. It works for the video. So that's everything right there. These are some movies that you can watch for President's Day. Hey, watch whatever you want, but I'm just giving you some ideas. We got The Sentinel, Head of State, The Manchurian Candidate, The American President, White House Down, Hyde Park on the Hudson, Vice, go. Air Force One, banger. Vantage Point, Absolute Power, Lincoln, banger. Murder at 1600, The Butler, banger. The Ides of March, banger. We got The Fallen Trilogy, all three bangers. Independence Day, banger, classic. John Adams, and Pearl Harbor. Not a banger, but a good movie. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.